Hey, today we get to quickly do a review. It's called the Refine Measuring in Feet and Meters pages 535 and 536. And then you get to take your quiz. So let's do a quick review. I also sent you a couple videos in your email today. It would help if you listen to those fun songs. It'll help you understand a little better. So Leah wants to measure the length of her bike in feet. Which tools could she use? So first, let's talk about what measurements are in the same system as feet. We have inches, feet, and yards. Those go together, don't they? And then we have centimeters, and we have meters that go together. So let's look over here. It says Leah wants to measure the length of her bike in feet. So could we use inches? Sure, because we know a 12-inch ruler is a foot. What about a yardstick? Sure, a yardstick has inches on it. It has 36 inches on it. Could we use a meter stick? No. A meter stick goes with centimeters, not feet and inches. What about a measuring tape? Sure. And what about a centimeter ruler? No. The centimeter ruler goes with the meters. Okay, number 2. What is the length of the worm to the nearest inch? When you're taking your quiz, remember to look whether it says inches or centimeters. And remember that the shorter ones that are closer together are centimeters, and the ones further apart are inches. So let's measure it in inches. We're going to start lining it up at the 0, and it looks like it wants to know nearest inch. So to me, it's closer to the 2-inch than the 3-inch, barely. So I'm going to circle 2 inches. All right, Ruby measures each line to the nearest centimeter. She writes the length of each line after it. Did she measure correctly? Choose yes or no for each answer. So now they're looking at centimeters, so we need to turn it over and do the ones that are a little bit closer together. So she says this one is closer to 5. It's past the half mark, so I would say no. It's closer to 6. This is the half mark. And since it's closer to 6, we're going to put no. Okay, what about this one? Is it closer to 3 or 2? It's closer to 3, so she did it right. Let's go ahead and do circle. And then she says 2. Is this closer to 2 or 3? 2, so she did right. That one's yes. And this one is closer to 4. It's past the half mark, so it's closer to 4 than 3. So the answer would be yes on that one. Okay, let's go to page 536. Marcus says the length of the stick is 3 feet. What did Marcus do wrong? He can measure it in inches. That's not wrong. But he actually measured it in feet. He used the wrong side of the ruler. No, that's right, because they're inches apart. He didn't line up one end of the stick at the 0. He started at the 1. We need to line it up to the 0. So that's what I'm going to mark. C. You don't start at the 1 foot, you start at the 0. You line it up with the 0. Okay, what is the actual length of the stick in feet? So it's actually 2 feet. Right? 1, 2. Okay, Brian wants to measure the length of his bed in meters. He says the best tool to use is a ruler. Do you agree? Why or why not? Some of you might agree, some of you might not. I disagree because I think a measuring tape or yardstick would be easier. Because if you use, well, not a yardstick, I'm sorry, because it's meters. So instead of using meters, like on a ruler, I don't have a meter one, I just have a centimeter one. It would be easier to use a measuring tape, wouldn't it? Because a bed is pretty long. So I'm going to just put no, period. It would be easier measuring tape. Number 2, it says name 2 objects that have different lengths. Describe what tool you would use to measure each object and explain why you chose that tool. Instead of doing this and writing the answer, just go do this with someone in your family. Just go tell someone 2 different lengths and describe to them what tools you would use. I think you're ready for the quiz, so good luck.